Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and normally a college basketball game between the University of Mississippi and the University of Georgia probably not going to draw a lot of attention. I mean, it's really far from being a juicy matchup. However, this past Saturday night, the two teams did play in Oxford, Mississippi, and actually a lot of attention was directed at what was going on in that very college town because of what was happening inside the basketball arena before the opening tip of the game even happened. Of course, you have the playing of the national anthem, and you had several Ole Miss players taking a knee during the national anthem, replicating the shameful behavior we've seen from Colin Kaepernick and so many other NFL players in recent football seasons. Yep. Now it's on the hardwood. You got college basketball players doing it as well. And the reason that was being given by these players who were taking a knee during the anthem is that, oh, it's because we were protesting what was going on outside of the arena at the time, saying that there was some pro-Confederacy movement that was going on. Well, in reality, what I'm reading from all the local news reports down there is that you had a group of people who were organizing. They had all the permits to be out there and be having their public gathering. They were saying that they do not support having the Confederate monuments that are very nearby the basketball arena taken down. And you know what? Quite frankly, they make a terrific point because, as I have so many times mentioned on the John Muir Show, we need to remember the history of the United States of America. There's good in the history of the United States of America, and there is bad in the history of the United States of America, but we need to remember all of it because we need to say, hey, look, there were good things that happened. We should learn from those things and replicate those things whenever possible so we can have similar successes to what that led to in the past. And when you do have things that were negatives, that were dark periods in U.S. history, you need to remember those things as well and say, okay, you know what? In the past in this country, they screwed up. What can we do to make sure we don't make the same mistakes so we don't have those same problems nowadays? So even if it is that you don't like these Confederate statues, to some folks it's, bringing back memories of some terrible time in U.S. history, why would you want to get rid of these statues? Because if this was such a dark period of time, don't you want people to remember what it is that happened back then to ensure the same thing doesn't happen again in the future? But nonetheless, that doesn't seem to be the case for all those folks who are all in favor of taking down these Confederate statues in Mississippi and, quite frankly, throughout the country, because there have been several of these movements to take down statues, several of them that have actually been successful throughout the United States in recent months and years. So you've got this going on outside of the building, and then you've got the players inside the building saying that their response to these gatherings taking place outside, the response was to take a knee during the playing of the national anthem before a basketball game. But the thing is, that's so mindless to do. That in no way is actually responding to the thing they claim to be responding to. Because if they actually wanted to respond to what was going on outside, look, everyone in this country, all American citizens have freedom of speech. You know what? You had a platform before the game, after the game, when you're talking to reporters, when you're talking to media members. There you go. Just go ahead and say, you know what, I'd also like to throw in there, I'm not a fan of what's going on outside the building. Say that you want those statues taken down if that's the case. You had the opportunity to do that, and that would have been a direct response to what was taking place outside the arena. What was not a direct response was taking a knee during the anthem. That was actually starting a whole new conversation. And the first line of that conversation being said by those players who were kneeling during the anthem is, "We hate the United States of America. We hate the flag of the United States of America, and we hate all of the men and women who have defended and are defending the flag of the United States of America." That is the message that was being sent by these players who were taking a knee during the anthem. It's an incredibly shameful message, and apparently, according to one of the players on the team, he was saying originally this was just one athlete, one student athlete that was going to be taking a knee during the anthem, but this guy, who's one of the most influential players on the team, he's the leading scorer on the team, said, oh, but we didn't want our teammate to have to be alone, so we decided that we were all going to, take knees too, all the several players that decide to go along with it. I mean, how stupid are you? You should be an individual. Don't be some sheep just blindly following along here. Look, if your teammate decided that he was going to jump off a cliff, are you going to go ahead and jump off a cliff just because, oh, he was doing it? No, I would hope not. I would hope you'd be smart enough not to do that. But I don't know, because this guy ends up showing what a pathetic individual he is, taking a knee during the anthem, and then you've got several other morons going along with it, replicating the shameful behavior. It's just so stupid. And then you've got the people who are supposed to be the responsible adults in the room, the coach of the team, the athletic director at Ole Miss. You would hope that they would come out and say, no, what you were doing here, taking a knee during the anthem, that is incredibly wrong. It's incredibly disrespectful to the flag, to the troops, to this country. No, we're not going to stand for that here at Ole Miss. And you would hope that they would bench him for the game, kick him off the team altogether, some sort of a punishment to get the message across and say that, look, the United States of America and respecting the United States of America is far more important than any basketball game and any of your shameful displays. But sadly, that is a message that the folks at Ole Miss failed to send. And that's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till then, I'm out.